Update here on the 9/11. So QQQ with an absolutely monumental move from the bottom, and I originally was thinking this is a first wave down. Obviously, it got invalidated right here, like I said in the video, up to 470. This is potentially now a 5-wave move to the upside. We'll find out. And it hasn't regained the 20 or the 50-day moving average though yet. Those are going to be very key in order for this to continue being bullish. So tomorrow is kind of a key day for me to see how bullish this really is. I would say it's very likely we get a pullback tomorrow after that move. That was a ridiculous move. On the hourly, it's way overextended. But on the 4-hour, it's pretty good. But on the short term, I think we need to pull back a little bit. It went pretty extreme there. So I would imagine we pull back, but if we gap up tomorrow, there is a gap here at 474. So right now, it's hard to say it's not an impulse. So what does that mean? It means that if we're getting an impulse here and we're already at 468, maybe this is not a impulse itself, because this looks like 5 waves, but in the video I was saying this looked like a 4th wave right here, yet we just blow right past it, and it's definitely not a 4th wave now. So I am going to keep the possibility of this being a ABC move higher. I don't think that this is going to be an impulse move. So if it does go higher, it would look like this. And then we would come down after that. So I still think 407 is probably going to hit at some point. Probably sometime in October or November, maybe December. But I'm leaving this possibility open. We're going to see what happens tomorrow with this move. Consolidation or keeps on going higher. Tesla. So in the video, same thing as QQQ. I was saying potentially this, or we're going up here. And what happened? We came up here and broke the highs, finished at the high of the days. One thing that I'm looking at here is on this small move right here is the timing of it. So this right here is ABC. Took a day. Then we get ABC down. Took a day. So I'm expecting this to end after a day, which means tomorrow morning would be the top. Another thing to point out too is normally on retracements, you don't get past the 0.78 fib unless it's a different move. 0.78 fibs here at 229.63. We're in supply as well. So for all those reasons, I would imagine that this will end tomorrow. And then we will start that move down. And look where the 0.78 fib is on this retracement. It's at 209.27. There's a gap here at 211. So I would be looking for something like that. And let's see if this works. My parallel lines are not working right. I don't know why. Okay, it's working now. So I'd be looking for, yeah, like 229 tomorrow, and then down here to potentially 206, but probably just 209-ish. And then from there, like I said in the last video, at this point, I think it makes a lot of sense for this to be, so this was August 5th to the 19th, that's 14 days. We're sitting on 14 days right now, so I guess it won't make that much sense. So I would imagine that this is going to end up being a B, and then C up here. I was thinking that we could be looking at it like this. And then this was A, B, C like that. But it's a little bit longer than this first wave right here, or this A wave. That took 15 days. If we come down here and it's on the 12th or 13th, then that means we are way past that time period for this to end. We would already be at 16 days, and we would still have a move up. So for those reasons, I think it makes more sense for this to be A, and then B, and then C. That would make this W, X, Y, like that. So W, X, Y, B wave, and then a C wave higher. And this could be, probably will be an impulse. So that's what I'm looking at. Is it possible, the last question to answer here, is it possible that we just take off and just go to new highs? The only way that I could see that, it wouldn't really make that much sense with the way the structure of this is. It wouldn't make that much sense in my opinion. And then this is a very corrective move. So the only way that would make sense, just so you're aware, is this would have to be wave 1, this would have to be wave 2, this would have to be a nested wave 1, this would have to be wave 2, and that would mean tomorrow, let's just say QQQ goes crazy, and it goes to like 475 and fills that gap, and Tesla goes all the way up here to 234. That would be the third wave. Pull back to, you know, like 230, 231, and then you'd be looking for uh, 244 to finish off the third wave, and that would be the overall third wave. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. This would be 1, that. So that's the only way that'd be possible. This would be a nested move, but it would have to move up here to 234 for the nested third wave. And if we go ahead and look at where we're at on the hourly, doesn't look very likely to me. We are already at the top of the range. So keep that in mind. It's a possibility, but probably not going to happen. What I said at the very beginning, where we come back down here, makes the most sense. Look on the hourly. Down here makes a lot of sense. The bottom of the hourly right there. And then we go to 245 after that. So I sold, like, I have a few bullish positions, but I sold a lot of my options right in here for that reason. I keep a few just in case that I can average down, just in case something stupid happens, like I don't know, QQQ goes up a bunch tomorrow. I want to still have a little bit of bullish exposure, but I don't want to have like a high percentage tomorrow. So basically broke it down for you to basically say that I'm pretty much like 90% bearish from here, but leaving it open for that 10% possibility that we do go up here to 244 quickly. And based on what we have here, it would end up being something really weird. So that's another reason I don't think it's probably going to happen. So look for downside tomorrow. Well, maybe tomorrow, like starts tomorrow, and then probably by, let's see, probably by like Monday or Tuesday next week, I would expect to be down at the low. And next week is Powell. So down at the low, around here, around Powell, maybe it starts off and goes like this, and then we pull back into Powell, and then after Powell, we shoot up here. Let's see, Monday or Tuesday would be the 16th or the 17th. So that would take us to about 42 days to finish all the way down here. So then I would expect about 21 days up. So if we're on the 16th or 17th, that takes us to like October 7th, but probably would not go that long. Wait, actually, October 7th, though, is the Robo-Taxi date. So, like, the more I'm thinking about this, the more I'm talking about it, the more it makes sense. If we come down here into early next week, that's 17th. Do it one more time. 17th, August 5th, that's 26 days to the end of August. Plus 17, that's 43 days, divided by 2, that's 22 days up. From here, that takes us to like the 9th of October. When is the Robo-Taxi event? I think it's like somewhere around there. There you go. We go up here into the Robo-Taxi event, October 9th. And then what happens? Sell the news. Robo-Taxi event's over with. Sell the news. Sell off. Down to 160. That's what I see happening. And I talked about the 0.78 fib. The 0.78 fib also on this retracement is at 160. So pretty confident that's going to happen. I know this is a long video, but if you watch these videos every day, you'll probably start to get good at doing this yourself. And you can have your own input and think about what's going to happen. Microsoft potentially starting to come up here to 440, but based off what I'm seeing from Tesla, I wouldn't be surprised if we see something else like A, B, maybe back down here, and then go up. So we'll see on that. One thing I'll point out too, I know this is only a pretty short video on, I'm only doing 3 tickers right now. I could do more, but I haven't really been following them that much. I know people want to see Amazon and Boeing and all that stuff, but look at Microsoft. Pretty bullish on this. Look at all the above the ask and ask. That means they're buying. But look at Tesla. All of these are below the bid or at the bid at the end of the day, towards the high. We do have one at the ask, but below the bid takes out that one basically. We have a bunch at the bid. These were lower. This one at the bid, 4.6 million. Then they have one at the ask, 2.7. So they sold more than they bought. And if you look at the whole day, I think they're selling more than they are buying here. So that also makes me more confident that we're coming down. On QQQ, they are kind of a mix. So, kind of a mix, but then again, here at the very top, pretty much the top, you have a 2.1 million and then a mixture right here. Doesn't necessarily mean bearish. It could be their bullish positions they closed out. It's either they're closing out their calls that they bought at a lower price, so they're selling them at the bid or below the bid, or they're selling calls. So we don't know if they're selling calls. I would have to go back to the very start when they bought. I'd have to go to historical and go back like here and then look at the specific option and then kind of figure out when they started buying it and when they started selling it. And I've done that a little bit, so I didn't do that today. So I'm just kind of guessing and going off what I see on the bid and the ask. But for the most part, I feel pretty comfortable saying that Tesla's going to come down here. So anyway, long video, a lot of talking, but hopefully I explained that pretty well on Tesla. I think there's a good chance this could end up in the gap fill right around the Robo-Taxi event. So that's it for now. Look for them to try to destroy some options over the next um, 4 trading days, potentially. This was the 5th. Tomorrow's the 12th. So, yeah, probably early next week, we're down here. We'll see if I'm right. That's it for now. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe. For more updates, support the channel if you want. You can join. It's $3 a month, which is not that much. If you think I'm helping you out with trading calls, if you're making money off any of this stuff, I'm considering doing like not like a mentorship, but like a one-on-one like program or whatever. If you have questions like individually, you want help with trading, and you want to know how I'm doing my trading, I explain it pretty well in the videos. But sometimes you can't understand it very well until you ask questions. So I'm thinking about like creating a website and then just doing like one-on-one stuff on there. Potentially a Discord in the future, but one-on-one stuff. And yeah, I'm just kind of trying to figure out the details on that. So we'll see. Maybe that comes soon. Maybe it comes in the next month or so. But that's it for now. Leave me a comment, and I'll talk to you probably tomorrow.